Hi, my name is Bruce Wade, your entrepreneur coach. Writing a business plan is critical to the success of any business. Writing down what you know so that you get to know it. Business without a business plan is pretty much like running freely in the traffic. Sooner or later, you're going to get squashed. The purpose of a business plan is multifold. But firstly, it's about you, the entrepreneur. It creates a sense of confidence. It also gives you a sense of true north, like a compass. It tells you where to go and what to do. Other uses of a plan is to raise finances, startup capital, bridging finance, attracting partners, or other contracts. A simple plan has got 7 major headings. Now, we're talking about a one-page business plan here, so we'll go through them briefly individually. The first one, writing out a name of a business. Well, the name of a business is often the hardest thing that you will have to do when creating a business. If you've got a registered business, that's great. Well done. If not, just write down some ideas, some concepts. If you've got a logo or not, you can even put a little hand sketch in here. Slogan and keywords are great to add to this, but not critical at this stage. It is a one-page business plan, a starter. So don't worry too much about this. This is followed by an overview. Give a short overview, about 200 words. That's a couple of paragraphs, not too much there. But don't do this now. You write this right at the end when you finish the rest of your business plan. Then you come back to the beginning and you write the overview. This gives you an idea of thought process and you're able to sum up the whole page into these things. 200 words, that's all it takes. Now we get into some of the meat of your business plan, a business analysis. Why would people need what you have to offer? This goes towards talking about your niche, talking about a little bit about what you do and how it's done. You also want to look at then who else is doing this or similar stuff to you. Now, don't be under the illusion that no one else is doing this. You're not unique on this planet. Understand that, do some market research, list them, and understand who you're going up against in your business. Then you want to talk a little bit, a sentence or two, about the gap you've identified. What is the gap that makes you special in this crowded market? What are you doing that's unique or special, or offering that is unique and special? Just write a sentence or two about that. And then followed up there is that, how do you understand what this is there? What's your value add to your client? Now, talking about clients, your customer analysis. That's just a fancy term for who you're going to sell to. Who's your primary target market? Who's your guys that you're up front at your door there? How you plan to reach them? 2 things. Plan to reach them initially and long term. Running a business, starting a business is twofold. Initial launch and then follow-up launches. Talk about that. I'm really interested in what you talk about, how you reach initial. Your initial launch is critical there. You want a big hard launch there. Talk about that. Then what plans have you got to build customer loyalty? Now, we're not talking about loyalty cards and a whole lot of programs and budgets here. It's just ultimate customer loyalty is what we call relationships. How are you going to build relationships? What's your after sales service, your installation, all that sort of stuff that goes around your product, making nice with the people who are going to give you your money. Remember, they pay your salary. Financial analysis, well, this is some numbers. This is the maths behind the business. And yes, you've got to do some math somewhere. So look at 3 different spreadsheets that we're going to be doing. Put them in a simple table. Not too complicated at this stage. Quite simple. 3 ones. We'll go through them individually here quickly. The first one, startup money. How much money are you going to need to start your business? Capital expenses. CapEx is another term that you might have heard. This is ultimately looking at the amount of money that you're going to need there, and registration, marketing packages, web design, equipment, vehicles, accessories. Remember to include all those things. This is not monthly stuff. This is once-off upfront stuff. What are you going to need to start your business? List as many as you want there. Now you know what you're in for. I'm very interested in looking at plans there to make sure that you've thought of everything here. These items left off here will come back and bite you if you don't include them. Monthly expenses. Monthly expenses are the fun. You're going to look at 6 months here, 6 to 12 months if you can, but focus on 6 months. You're going to split your expenses into two parts, fixed expenses and variable expenses. Your fixed expenses are the same amounts every month, like your rental, salary, wages, your loan repayments. Keep them simple, keep them right, get proper quotes on these things. Your variable expenses are the ones that go up and down, your seasonal expenses, just linked to where you are with your organization. Get as many of them as you can. Don't forget the little things. They can add up and come back and bite you. Second last thing, time frames and goals. Do a ruler across the page here for the next 12, 18 months and project some of the key dates. So we're going to be looking at research projects, when you're going to do market testing, when you're going to do soft launches, when you're going to do your big launch, how many people you need, when you need to buy equipment, when you need to move into premises. Write these down there. If you include rand values, money values around this thing, it's absolutely perfect. Get in there. Remember, any money here would have to tie back to your expenses and your once-off costs there to make sure that they match. But it gives you a really snapshot idea of what your future looks like with where you need to achieve certain things. Really important part of this document to get going. We're going to finish off your one pager there with resource plans. Draw up a simple organogram and list all the resources. Don't worry at this stage if you don't have all the names of people there. You can just fill in a block with a title. Also include outside people, the contractors, advisors, or the people that won't necessarily be staff. Put those little floating boxes around there and list as many people there. It shows me that you've got a team, that you've done some thought there and you need the support. Remember, entrepreneurs are not Superman. We're here to help you. Entrepreneur Incubator, we look forward to seeing your plans. Email them to me. I'll give them a once over and a reply. Let's have a look at that.